Hey, what's up, guys? Obviously, it's Captain Obvious, and I have another game of Battlefield 3 for you here on, of course, Operation Metro. In this game, I'm using the M416 with the infrared scope. Infrared is absolutely amazing. I love it, especially on, what's it called, sniper rifles, because it's really easy to kill people with. Even though it can be inaccurate here and there, it's a great weapon because you can see people who are bright red, like that. See, if I had a normal scope, I would never ever have been able to see that guy from first glance. I would have to take my time and stuff like that. Okay, I was sitting in a volleyball game the other day, keeping score, and this wasn't like a high school volleyball game. It was only a eighth and seventh grade team, and I was thinking to myself, well, constantly typing in scores and crap. Why I really don't like playing sports. Yeah, I know sports are a great way to get you physically fit. They make you less likely to die at the age of 50, make you more attractive to women because for some reason I like hot, sweaty men. I don't know if that confuses me because they smell a lot. But back to my point. Uh, yeah, sports make you popular, but I also feel like it's kind of like an exploitation, sort of a teenager's or a child's, skill and expertise at the game. I don't know how that guy got me. He shot me like once. But about the expertise, I mean, I feel like it's like the parent or the coach who are really exploiting the child or the teenager to get the glory out of winning their game and stuff. A prime example of this is that when I was at that volleyball game the other day. It seemed like the coaches and the parents were more into the game than the kids were, because you could tell like the kids weren't like all happy they were there and stuff like that, and then you saw the coach he's screaming and yelling at them to start playing better and stuff like that. I've also seen this at football games and stuff like that, where the coach is pretty much the only one who wants to win. I know the kids want to win, but I mean, they would probably like getting the win when they're not being screamed at constantly. I know personally, I would like to not be screamed at all the time, even though that happens probably about half the time I'm sitting in my house. So, yeah. I tried high school sports last year, my freshman year. I tried to do swim team. Now, I've been swimming for 7 years. No, not 7. 5 years over the summer at a local community pool. And I thought I'd do high school swimming because, I thought I was pretty good at swimming and stuff like that. I got there, was, insanely hard, like 3 times as difficult as summer swimming. I did not like that. I'm one of those people who doesn't like, working really, really hard is something they really don't want to do. By the way, my parents did force me to swim because they say you have to have balance between video games and life, which I still don't understand to this day because all my brother does is hang out with girls. That's all he does, talk about girls. He doesn't have balance. That's my point about swimming and stuff. So I quit after the first practice. Don't call me a quitter. It was awful. Trust me. I mean, we had to swim like 400 yards, and then we had a 10-second break, and another 400 yards and 10-second break. And then I started listening to people who told me things about other high school sports, such as if you miss a practice, you can't play that Friday. That's pretty intense, don't you think? I mean, you really can't do that to a kid. I mean, let's say they have a doctor's appointment, and they can't go, or they have a sudden reason they have to stay after school for like a project or something. I mean, you really can't punish someone for having an emergency they have to attend to for missing a practice. It's kind of harsh. And I know they do it in the pros and college, but I can understand that because if you're there, you really want to be there. I mean, you're really good at the game. And, I mean, but in high school, I mean, you can't do that to a kid. If you agree with me, let me know. Because I can't stress that enough about how, in my opinion, you can't punish a kid for having an emergency come up. Now, the last part I would like to discuss about sports and their retardedness not retardedness. They're good for you, but they're retardedness in nature. The thing that what bothers me the most is how if you play sports, you're deemed quote unquote popular. Now, I'm not being one of those jerks who all I do is complain about popular kids and how cool and stuff they are, or like they push off the not push off, give off the vibe that they're better than you. I just don't see how playing a sport makes it act cool. I guess maybe the thing that the reason that you're deemed popular, quote unquote, again, is because you're hanging out with like everybody. Because most people in schools play sports or one sport at least, unlike me and most of my friends. That's the one thing I complain about. I mean, if you're popular, though, you're the one who gets the girlfriend. I mean, I'm a lonely nerd at my school. Not really a nerd. Well, we all are nerds in one way or another. I'm more of a site gamer. I mean, there's only a few of us in my school. I have like a group of 6 friends, so we're pretty much the only real gamers in the school. That's all we do, and I'm proud of it, and I'm sure they are. But I would like to, have friends outside of my, my group, you could say. But it's not really bothering me. I like them a lot, so if I don't, get that girlfriend or that friend in the quote unquote popular crowd again, I'll be okay with it. It's just that I have to, start learning how to reach out because I'll be going to college in a year, 2 years from now. And that's gonna be a big change. I mean, you're gonna want to have a lot of friends in college, connections and stuff like that. So it's a good thing to get out there. But right now, I'm kind of limited a bit based on the fact I don't play sports or, have a girlfriend. But like most people like me, you get through it. You're not really put on this earth. This is getting really preachy right now, but it has to deal with the sports thing. I mean, if you're put on this earth to have fun, not to, show off and stuff like that, like most of the jocks do in school. Now, if you're a jock listening to this, I'm sorry. If you're listening to this, you're cool, because you're actually taking your time to, watch video game videos, which most hardcore jocks would never do, because that makes them losers. But we're not losers. My one wish is one day that people will realize that not everyone has to play a sport to be cool or have friends. Excuse me. So, sports, they're really good for you. They're, in my opinion, an exploitation of a child or a teenager's expertise, potential, skill in that certain area, that certain sport. And the main thing is just all people are different. I mean, not everyone's going to do what the popular crowd is doing. So, yeah. The video is almost done. Well, we have about 30 seconds left. Go check me out on Twitter. You'll have updates on video game news, tech world news, all the crap like that. I have a Respawn app army profile, same name as this. Go follow me on that. Bump my videos. Really appreciate it. Check out my channel. Really appreciate that. Spread the word about me. I would really appreciate that. And as always, rate, comment, and subscribe. And I'll see you later.